Welcome to the School of Wordcraft and Worldmancy. This is Feedback Frenzy.
Hello, I'm WriterGreg, and welcome to the School of Worldcraft and Worldmancy. It is time for another Feedback Frenzy. For those who have submitted 1,500 words or a fiction article or a world-building article at wgc.bz/submit. If you like this content, please be sure to like and subscribe and ring that notification bell for the next time a Feedback Frenzy begins. All right, today's article that was submitted is from Dazzlinkat, and it is the Hrokentorm. Okay, not mobile or Firefox friendly. Good to know. Okay, so let's zoom out a little bit on this article because we have that beautiful image there. Oh, a lot from Heroes Forge. Okay, so we got a lot of content to go through. Looking forward to doing this. Okay. All right. We have the Hrokentorm, the Rimian, Ignato, Granati. Okay. Now this is an ethnicity article from World Anvil. The Hrokentorm stood as giants among giant kin, towering 18 feet in height. They were the masters of magic who ruled an empire that spanned the world from mountaintop citadels. The Rimian giants, immune to cold that stand 9 feet tall, were assigned by the Hrokentorm to be governors who ruled over their domains with militant legions from cloud estates. The Rimian domain lords over the Ignaro, 11-foot-tall giants immune to fire who were mastersmiths. Were mastersmiths, not are mastersmiths. Interesting use of past tense. Not sure if that's intentional. I think this is all past tense. Anyway, they also ruled over the Granati, 10-foot-tall, four-armed giants who are mostly farmers and huntsmen. All right, so four-armed giants. That's cool. Okay, so of course we can go in here, I believe, and clicking each of these will give us a better view of each of them. Not that we need to do that. Okay. The Hrokentorm base developed a class-based society assigning status not only by giantkin, but also by individual ranks. All giants were raised to know who was superior and inferior to them. Then, when there was a doubt, a contest of might, wits, or skill was held to settle the matter. All right, very clear, well said. Every giant had an occupation and a purpose that required certain sets of skills and qualities to achieve prominence. A giant spent its whole life striving to perfect these qualities and hone their skills. The first occupation belonged only to the The first occupations belonged only to the Hroken, Pingning, or noble rule, and Nitox, or wizard. The second occupations were governor and legionnaire, mostly held by Rimian. All other dignified occupations were ranked against the other occupations, and every giantkin knew the order of these exceptions. Any other occupations not listed were filled by small folk forced to do the work. The giantkin called them livestock. Wow. Livestock. That is rather depressing. All right, so we have 16 different things. Well, I'm just seeing the desire and the need to have 16 occupation articles. Let's see if can I zoom in a little bit. Another close look at these. Wait, did I do something? Okay, you start off with the pictures. Oh, here they are. They looked like 3 columns before, but now they're just a straight row. Okay. Nopouge or miller, the most important tradesman, as the purchasing of flour was a sacred right for all giantkin. Blacksmith, all-around engineer who also made weapons and elves and even cut logs into planks. Armorer, made and fit armor. Watchman, keeper of order. Those were considered warriors within their own giantkin. Yempire, Yempire presented the rules and conditions for all contests and challenges and judged whether both participants complied. Stonemason made buildings and structures that could accommodate giants. Minstrel, entertainers and spreader of gossip and news. Our group farmer grew crops and raised livestock. These often consisted of the smaller folk. Carpenter, maker of utensils, furniture, and instruments. Weaver, maker of textiles. Carpenter, maker of utensils, furniture, and instruments. Weaver, maker of textiles. Shoemaker, made and repaired footwear. Roofer, made and replaced the made and replaced slate or clay form tiles. Huntsmen, giants ate a lot of meat whenever 4 legs or 2 legs or no legged. These were also considered warriors within their own giantkin. All right, candle maker produces candle. Artist makes painting, sculptures, and tapestries. Yeah, the ranking of giantkin. Rank between the giantkin were even. Rank between the giantkin were. I think that should be a was. Were and only one of them. Rank between the giants were even more strict than the raging competition. Whatever rank of giantkin a giant was born into is where they always remained. And Ignaro could be the finest smith among the giantkin, but would always remain inferior to an average Ribian shoemaker. Interesting. So let's. Interesting. Other folk in the world had no rank at all. Humans, dwarves, and other small folk were seen as nothing more than fodder, livestock, and playthings for all giantkin, and only survived as independent communities in a few places giantkin could not comfortably traverse. The most egregious crime, the most evil act that could be committed was night to show disrespect a senior. A journeyman giant of a higher ranked giant kid would cause great insult by treating a master giant of a lower ranked giant kid as inferior. This was not night. It was considered rude to betray a giant to another giantkin, but they also but that also but also was not night. Rivalries between governors was not night and even accepted. These rivalries often led to raids and warfare. When the conflicts left devastation and scarcity, they ignited the citizens of these regions to rebel. That was night. Governors who brought the regions they assaulted to such states were severely punished with public treatment before public execution. Silu. The imperial legislature was once the occupation that permitted giants of all giantkin to join. This was Silu. It was also the only wow, I lost my spot. This is bad. Hey, Angela Faye 87, thank you so much for the raid. There was only one exception. The only exception were the Hrokentorm, who were always officers and always outranked all other officers, even if they held, even if they
Welcome to the Sprints and
held,
Marches.
even if they did hold, it would be either did hold or held. Held the lowest military rank. This was not Silu. UT Cat, hello. We'll talk in a minute as soon as the the frenzy's done. The giant to gain rank was to challenge a superior, and every occupation had its own intricate rules for challenges. These challenges were conducted by a Yempire who knew every rule and condition for every challenge or contest. No matter who won, it did not matter unless the Yempire declared that neither had violated the constraints of the challenge or contest. Mistakes were expected, and each contender was permitted one. Cheating was severely punished by exile from the occupation town or even their own giantkin. It was not severe enough to be neat, but very close. Some of the Hrokentorm, those not privileged enough to rule, turned to finding other ways to attain prestige within the empire. They finally came up with a way. Golemcraft. Legacy. Lost to all the remaining giantkin is the ranking between giantkin. Each giant claimed each giantkin claims their own homeland and competes, often in bloody conflicts, for the riches of the land between them. The Hrokentorm are all long gone. Their class-based society lives on amongst the Rimian and Ignato. For the Grenati, they, typo here, They, not ye. They have lost the ways of contest and the empire, reverting back to the more brutal ways of might is right. The Gimian and okay, the gnomes and brawnies of the Amura Isles also adhere to this class society, even using the same words. In fact, gnomish, with brawnies speak as well, is very similar to Hrokentorsh, the language of giants. Why is this so? Is a mystery of history. Okay, so let's take a look at the gnome, giant kin, and their relative heights. See, when I first saw these images, when Dazzlinkat was showing them off, it was really interesting because we had finished the article. These allow the references to be made by making Huracan like this tall and the Ignato smaller, but Ignato's bigger over here, and then the smaller human. Yeah, this is good stuff. Okay, so let's get into the critique. Okay, so for what was awesome, I love the layout. Okay, come on. The layout, the Hero Forge, and the layout meaning the CSS, the layout, the Hero's Forge, and the details. Really good details in there. Was there anything boring? I don't no, it was very concise, well written. I'm suffering from a lot of fatigue right now, but I don't think that there was anything boring in there. Maybe more examples of people who are of each of the different classes, more stories. Those could be interesting to have in there. However, that would, I don't think, belong on this article. But yeah, I think it was pretty good. Confused? No, very clear. Well written, clearly stated. No issues. I would like some pronunciation guides. With tooltips to be able to see it. Oh, the size chart. Using the Hero Forge characters to give a size chart between the different giant can and the humans, I thought was a very clever thing to include. I wouldn't delete anything right there. Expand on the article. No, it's getting pretty long as it is for a specific article, but I would love to know, examples of the different people, maybe specific examples of individuals who made there, people of note, a short paragraph that could be included, and then just link to a larger one. But yeah, I really did like the article, and I think it's really good how this was set up so that it could provide a lot of background, detailed information of what could happen in the future with the people here. All right, so let me just get rid of. All right, So thank you so much, Dazzlinkat, for sharing this article with us. I really appreciate it, and thank you for the content. I look forward to learning more about your world. If you would like to have your content submitted, either as 1,500 words of fiction or a world-building article, you can visit wgc.bz/submit for more content, to submit your content for a future episode of The Feedback Frenzy. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day, and until next time, keep on writing.
Thanks for watching this Feedback Frenzy. Be sure to show your support by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and clicking the notification bell. WriterGreg offers coaching sessions to help bring your world to life, create compelling stories, and accomplish your creative goals. Please visit wgc.bz/coaching for more details.